Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Returns. Where we last left off, the Ripper had struck again. And we came down here to the docks to try and figure out what happened. Halt! The Lone Star Guard. The guard looks bored. He toys with his gun absent-mindedly, like he might shoot something on a whim, just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? I'm looking for my kitty cat. Dear kitty! I'm working with Lone Star on the crime scene investigation in the NTSB warehouse. Sure you are. And I'm Loafweir, the king of dragons. Beat it. I guess we probably don't want to shoot our way in there. We'll see what she has to say here in just a minute. Streetwalker. Okay. Hey, you looking for a good time? Not me. A friend of mine. I need you to have some fun with the guard by the fence around the corner. She looks at you knowingly. Alright. 20 buys you a 5-minute distraction. Then I've got to get back to work and earn some real Nuyen. That's a big gun you have there. Standard issue. How do I get in? Crap, I bet I have to go around. Or not. Maybe I need to talk to him again. Get out of here. Am I missing something? I mean, I'm clearly missing something. Huh. Oh, here's something that wasn't there before. Aha. Hey, that's mine. Who raised you, a pack of wolves? That there ladder's rightfully mine. I'm not taking it far. I just need a little boost over the fence. Oh, you breaking into the old NTSB warehouse too? If you see any of them airplane blankets or pillows, snag me one. I will if I see one, friend. So, okay, use the ladder. What happens if my dumbass just goes and talks to him here? Nothing? He's distracted by a pretty lady. Pretty lady of the night. I'm looking for your blankets, man, I promise. Oh, sweet chopper. Ooh, and stuff. Phosphorus grenade. Yeah. Let's replace that with it. Fischetti concussion grenade. Damage 0. -1 action point to everyone hit by its blast. Let's replace one of our medkits with it. For some variety. Okay, so that's where we want to go in, but as you can see, exploring is good. It gets you grenades. Yep, let's go. I think I saw everything I needed to see here. Inside the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks. Atop a huge utilitarian room, concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside's a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. The center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim, with uniforms everywhere. No one stops you at the door. Seems this case hasn't leaked to the press yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. Is that Mikulski? Hey, Dresden. Took you sweet time, didn't you? You know the traffic these days. Fill me in. We had time to go over the evidence while you were en route. Turns out, this might not be a Ripper murder after all. I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see for yourself. The victim worked here at the warehouse as a black box researcher. The National Transportation Safety Board. This warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to try to determine what happened. The Vic was in charge of their highest priority investigation at the moment. We've gone through the victim's computer and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Scientists don't make good criminals. Tell me about it. Some runner like you probably offed him to cover up his court master involvement and tried to make it look like a Ripper killing. Here's the office key. Check it out for yourself if you want. I will do that. Shannon Halfsky. Ooh, I like your makeup. You're not a cop. She looks up, watching you warily. I'm independent. What's your relationship to the dead man? The suspicion in her voice and eyes depart almost instantly when the subject turns to be deceased. When the subject turns to the deceased. He's my brother. I've been trying to speak with him, but I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. You're a shaman? Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. I can tell you're used to shouldering a heavy burden, but maybe there's an easier way. She looks at you, the flattery largely failing to affect her, given the circumstances, but then inspiration dispels the dark clouds surrounding her. Perhaps my brother's spirit is too weak. That's a given. But my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. She closes her eyes and concentrates, droning a low chant you can barely hear. Yes, there are others. Other spirits who may be of help. Her features harden in frustration, as if she's searching for something that remains elusive. Sighing, she opens her eyes and fixes you with a stare. But I can't do it alone. What do you need? This warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. Ugh. They wish to help. They wish to be heard. And I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. That, my friends, is why you don't get on a plane. Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have the run of this place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I believe that I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them? Of course. Let's look around first, though. So this is locked. But why? We'll talk to Dresden in a minute. I want to find haunted plane stuff. Large pile of old shoes on the ground next to the airplane seats. They could be discarded luggage or possibly the shoes worn by the occupants of the plane at the time of the crash. Sure, we'll dig through the shoe pile. You find nothing interesting. Neat. It's hard to say whether this is a heap of items and refuse recovered from a plane crash or simply trash that hasn't been taken out yet. Dig through the trash. A sticky substance of some sort seems to have seeped through the trash pile, and your hands are quickly covered with this stuff. After searching for a minute, you unearth a handful of interesting items. Inspect the cred stick. Surprisingly, the cred stick is still functional. You slot it into your PDA and 200 nuyen added to your account. Okay. What about the earring? The earring is made out of burnished steel, formed into the shape of a small salmon. Yeah, that's how I say salmon. An intense primal fear washes over you as you touch its surface. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You take the earring. What about the dented lunchbox? Dented tin lunchbox that's seen better days. You can barely make out the face of a grinning troll on the front. I can hear you all silently judging me for how I say salmon. That's how it's spelled, okay? Everyone where I come from says salmon. You don't need to go right now. Old poster depicts a svelte young woman posing with an assault rifle. My. Alright. Let's talk to Dresden. Kerwin, surprised to see you here. Let me guess, Officer Aguirre tipped you off? Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday. Or your cred stick did, at any rate. Anyway, surprise, we got another Ripper victim on our hands. Looks like business is good for a dial-a-morgue these days. Ah, yes indeed. The victim's male, mixed Native American descent, age 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. Cause of death, unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. I'm not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to tell yet, really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Fortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. Any idea which organ the Ripper was after this time? He just answered that. Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. Is McCluskey getting any closer to a suspect? Couldn't find his ass with both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though. How's Officer Aguirre doing on the case? He seems like a real go-getter. Aguirre would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Would you take the money? He grins from ear to ear. Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Aguirre's officer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. Who's that woman over there? No clue. She just showed up. Next to Ken, I think. Sounds like the Ripper's taking a different trophy from each victim. Sam's liver, this guy's lungs. Any theories? Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I could see the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting since another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. Oh. Maybe this was painfully obvious to you guys, but it just became obvious to me. Sam disappeared and was sick because of his drinking, his liver. He came back and he was fine. He presumably got a new liver. The lady who had her eyes cut out, she had fake eyes. Or, not fake eyes, but new eyes, because she was blind before. And this guy had a lung transplant, so this person's just stealing transplants. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but it's an odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that, a coincidence. This is only the third body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handed the other two. If I find that more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know. I'm gonna take a look around. Good luck out there. Let's check the office. This appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside you see several of the dead man's personal items. Toothbrush. Toothbrush is still wet from being used. It smells of mint and cigarettes. Cigarette-flavored toothbrush. This appears to be the victim's locker. Inspect the comb. As you reach for the comb, the hair on the back of your hand stands on end. And when you take it off its little shelf, your heart thumps in your chest. Hard. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You pocket the comb. This appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside you see several of the dead man's personal items. Yet again! Let's check the computator. The researcher's work cyber terminal has been left on, presumably by the Lone Star investigator. Case file 95. Plane had several mechanical issues resulting in a mayday. Pilot reported that the altimeter was reading in the negative values. The co-pilot takes over the controls as the pilot leaves cabin to investigate the rear of the plane. Whoops. This file has been corrupted. Redacted. Okay. Private notes. Notes that appear on screen pertain to the NTSB case file 96. Hey, the crash of an Ares jetliner near the UCAS and Sioux Nation border. The crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. Reading further into the investigator's notes, however, you find substantial evidence linking the crash to an experimental Renraku research initiative. Say that 3 times fast. The information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. You download the research notes to your PDA. Well, I'll take that if you don't mind. Something new to say, Aguirre? What? If this was a corp hit, why would they leave the evidence on the computer? Good catch. That information probably worth a fortune if you found a buyer. I can probably find one. Talk to Shannon. Feels as though you've found enough objects. Yep. You hand her the objects you found. She closes her eyes and chants over them for a time. When her eyes open again, they're filled with tears. Thank you. These items are all I will need. It shouldn't take me long to... What the hell is all this? Nothing. Officer Guare trails after the detective, only meeting your eyes for a moment. She's the victim's sister, sir. She, This is a crime scene, officer, not some Salish drum circle. Isn't it standard procedure to contact the next of kin? Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. Now get the hell out. Come on, if we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I'd regret, or worse, something I'd enjoy. We friends now? That man is an ass. She stares daggers at McCluskey from across the room. But there's no helping it now. I should just be grateful you were able to collect these items before these clods carted everything off. Can we still summon the spirits? Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they're anchored. We need to get back in there. Not looking good now, but do you have any plans for this evening? A little breaking and entering, perhaps, under cover of darkness. You sure you're up for this? This may be a rabbit hole, but I have to get to the bottom of it. Whatever your reasons, I thank you. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kinds of people we need. Just smile. Good. I'll put up the money if you find the bodies. Whoa, we just got $4 grand. She produces a fistful of crumpled nuyen from inside a leather pouch, starts to count it out, then shoves the whole wad at you. Meet me back here at midnight. The spirits will be strong then. Okay, so now we go get people. Your comlink chirps and the face of Coyote pops on the screen. Hoi, Kerwin, you in the middle of something? No, what do you need? Back up. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. BTL pushers like Stevie J ran the squats, ran my world when I was growing up. I remember. Whiz. I have a cousin, Gino, who's been missing for months. He hit the sprawl about a year ago and immediately fell in with some tweakers. Bad guys. They hooked him on high-amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of dreck. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away. Then he disappeared. I've been shooting up BTL labs ever since trying to find him. I'm guessing you have a lead. It's not a lead. Whoa, alright. Her face lights up. She's running hot, has a serious edge. I know exactly where he is this time. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Paco's with me. We could use another hand. You in? I need you. I'm on my way. I knew you'd come. I'll send you the address. See you soon. I should have time before midnight. The cluster of dilapidated buildings where Coyote told you to meet her appears to be the remnants of a public housing project. The buildings look like a cesspool filled with human debris. You find her standing with Paco on a street corner, eyeing the roofs, the doorways, the windows. Despite his attempts to engage her, Coyote barely says a word. As the three of you weave your way through the tenements, she walks purposefully, her new cyber hand flexing open and closed with each step. It's unclear whether the action is voluntary or not. You circle around the back of a building, and Coyote jumps up, grabs the bottom rung of a fire escape ladder, and pulls it down. Without a signal, she starts her climb towards the roof. Paco looks at you worriedly and starts up the ladder. Uh-oh. So, she's getting a little crazy here. Thanks for meeting us, Kerwin. I owe you one. No sweat. Figured you could use the backup. Yeah, you never know what sort of firepower to expect in one of these BTL squats. Oh, hey, listen. I got good news for you. You know Sam's sister Jessica? One of my contacts found her for me while you were on your way here. I called her and asked her to meet you at the Union later today. Hope that helps. Good job. Thanks. Least I can do. Alright, let's get this done. My cousin Gino should be in one of the squats past that door up ahead. Here, there's a whole lab set up in here. From my experience, there's usually a lookout watching for cops outside and a guard at the door inside. Like I said, don't know how much firepower to expect, but these guys are nasty. So stay on guard. I just want to get in, grab Gino, and get out. Right behind you, babe. Let's do this. Alright, game saved. Go talk to this dinkus. Yo, dinkus! Why is that not working? I'm clicking on you. Okay. The orc looks twitchy, his eyes rolling in his head. He scans the three of you, looks past see if there are others, licks his lips, and nods throughout as if going through some internal checklist. Hoi hoi, how you doing? Good day for a trip, ain't it? She leans in and whispers in your ear. This guy's a clocker. Trades work time for chips. Part salesman, part lookout. Probably has a signal device for the guys inside. Wanna go on a ride? You sell BTLs, right? He grins a lopsided grin. Oh yeah, Chemma. Oh yeah. Better than life, definitely better. Dream chips, mind benders, sem stip, sem sense, without peak limits. High octane intensity. Oh, excuse me. What kind of rides can I go on? We got it all of it. We got it all, yeah. What you want to do? You want to do some crime? You want to be bad? We can hook you up. Don't roll that way. Want to be a hero? Yes, please. Be a hero. We got fairy tale Drek chummers, love. You name it. And you can slag and frag to your heart's content. That's the real thing, right? Slagging and fragging. Don't matter what the trip as long as there's slagging involved. You do snuff too, don't you? Clockers look around more nervous now. Maybe, yeah, maybe. For the right price, you could feel it. What it's like to die. What it's like to kill. How do I get in? That's the best part. The best part is the lab. They test the new stuff here. The hottest Drek. You can place a special order and they'll make it happen. You buy a pass card from the guy at the door. They'll get you in and out anytime you want. Then you can buy a beetle and slot right there. Our guys guard you while you're chipping. Safest way, Chumma, safest way. Don't you think you're hurting people selling them this Drek? You want to step back off of that? You want to step way the hell back. It's a sprawl biz, Chumma. It's a biz of the people. And by the people. It's for the fragging people. So slot off with that unless you're looking to get hurt. Guess I'm just looking to get hurt. Punch him. Glass jaw. I don't have a problem in the world knocking that guy out and going in guns blazing. I guess we can't go in there. Charlie's probably the guard. Concerned woman. This feels very familiar. The woman is probably in her 30s, but hard times have aged her. She looks at you with concern. Don't do it, friends. Don't slot that Drek they're selling. BTLs are killers. Theirs, most of all. You sound like you know. She pulls her hair back to show you. No implant. Then her mouth tightens and her eyes well up in tears. I do. I know. I lost my husband. Lost my son. My daughter. They use her to record. Ugh. Do you have a pass card to get in there? No, but Jamal has. My son's card. Took it off him when his brain fried. Jamal's down the hall. Don't know if he'll give it up, but that's between you and him. What kind of guards do they have on this place? She looks around frightened, whispers, They're serious. This place is backed by the Yakuza. Japanese Mafia, oh man. How many? What kind of firepower? There's a guy on the door. Charlie. He sells the passes to get in. He's not tough, blind in one eye. There's another 5 or so wandering around. 2 of them are bad news, covered in magic symbols. Mean. 5 or 6? It's not so bad. We have surprise on our side. Any chipheads inside? Yep. All day, all night. They can be dangerous too. Chipheads? Dangerous? Once someone's chipped, they can send them any program they want. Make them do whatever. Turn them into whores, killers, anything. We're looking for a kid named Gino. Do you know him? Who doesn't? He's here all the time. Gino's a clocker. Trades his time for chips. Like that little errand boy. I saw him go in there this morning. Hasn't come out, so I imagine he's riding a dream chip. Alright. We'll get him out. Eventually. So that's Jamal. He's got the card. I may just have to punch this guy in his face too. Jamal is the look of a longtime chiphead, emaciated, hollow-eyed, but hungry and desperate. So this is like meth, basically. What you looking at? You have a pass card. Yeah, right here. I got a few. Sell them at a discount. Charlie charges 50 for them, but I can get you 3 for 100. I was thinking... Wait. Why would I want 3 for 100? Whatever. 75. And I was thinking, slut off. Maybe you should just hand it over. This is the Baron's, oh my. You want it? You take it. Got troublemakers out here. Ow. Whoa. You guys are... Well, I guess we're fighting our way in. God. Assault rifles was definitely the right way to go. You started this, dude. Maybe I should have moved her first. You guys aren't real smart, are you? Two attacks in one action. Low critical damage. Increases accuracy by 10. Uses 4 bullets. Now, the elf muscle's kind of tough. Okay. He's pretty tough. Come on, man. I just shot you a bunch. Problem solved. Did he not drop a thing? Well, at least we stopped a drug peddler. Pick up a worn and mangled notebook. It smells of sweat and alcohol. Leaf through. The notebook contains a list of illegal SimSense rides and the names of clients who have purchased them. Look for interesting BTL names. Fantasies like I Can Fly to real-life recordings such as Bum Killer. Oof. Look for interesting names is what we just did. Interesting client names. Upon further examination, the client list is more than a simple list of names. It also contains private information about some of the more well-to-do or connected clientele. It may be that the syndicate behind this lab is directing certain clients here to secretly extract information from them while they're under the influence. Huh. And we'll take it. I think it said it was something we could sell. Either way, though, can't hurt to take it with us. Anything down here? Doesn't look like it. The entire floor of this tenement has been given over to chaos of technology and squalor. Across the room, a chromed-out Decker argues loudly with an armed thug, abruptly falling silent as they turn towards you. The shotgun-wielding thug squeaks in panic. "It's the crew that took out Stevie J's place. I told you it was only a matter of time." Yakuza Decker. The man with the cyberdeck calmly speaks with a heavily digitized voice. "You messed with the wrong BTL lab, ho. This is a Yakuza operation. With the push of a button, I can make these tweakers into my own personal killer puppets. You're fragged." "Kerwin, don't attack any of the chip heads. They don't know what they're doing, and you could hurt Gino. No civilian casualties. Got it. I got a concussion grenade. Better than fragging the tweakers if they get caught in the middle." I mean, we'll see what we can do. So we need to kill that guy. And her. And him. She still only have a shotgun? She got a pistol too. $81? Yeah. I don't think this is going to be much of a challenge. We are at the beginning of the game, though. Yo, oh god, that lady's got a sweet-ass sword. I'll take 63. Yakuza Mage. I think I might have spoke too soon. Let's work on the mage. Who knows what they're gonna do. Yeah, I'm not too worried about them. We'll try not to hit them, though. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not so bad. And that happened again. Uh-oh. That's probably not good. It's fine, the thing just casts lightning bolt. Alright, new plan. We ignore the Decker, and we take out these buttholes. Yeah, you heard me. Buttholes. Crap. Let's make sure she gets taken out. So that going, because that's 2 down with 1 shot. What does this do? Oh, that's our Overwatch. Okay, cool. Ah, probably that giant red X button's how you cancel it. We'll work on him in a little bit. Let's go ahead and take this one out. Oh, come on. Stupid SMG. Ow, my face. Uh-oh. Not enough ammo. Neat. Getting better cover. Ah, crap. Let's take you out. The ammo thing is kind of annoying. I mean, it makes sense. I should have planned better, but... still doesn't mean it's not annoying. But now we're just down to 2 guys, so that shouldn't be an issue. But we're out of ammo too. What do you know? Okay, good. So they're done for now. Yeah, this shouldn't be a problem. I think we're good. Guess we have to go actually cut the thing off. You can take a punch. Sorry, I don't have any decking ability. Alright, we didn't kill any of them. Gino? Gino? Yay, we didn't kill any. Hey, it's Gino. Oh. You eject the BTL Gino's been riding. He gasps suddenly and his eyes flutter open. He looks confused, worse than the other chipheads you've seen. His lips are white and chapped, his eyes sunk into his head, there's vomit on his shirt, and sweat on his forehead. When he speaks, his words are slurred. He's burnt. What the hell? Who slotted me out? Who fraggin' slotted me out? Gino, it's me. It's Carla. Gino looks at her with glazed eyes, no recognition. Slot me back in, goddammit. This is bullshit. I don't want to be here anymore. Slot me back in. He looks around the room angrily. His hand reaches for his implant. Coyote grabs his wrist and stops him. Gino, no. Coyote, be careful. Wrenches his wrist from Coyote's grasp when he staggers back. Reaches under his shirt and pulls out a gun. Coyote watches him, horrified, with tears in her eyes. Gino waves it around, blinking wildly. Back off. Just back the hell off. Take it easy, Gino. We're backing off. Presses his hand to the side of his head, his finger still on the trigger, squints. What the hell is wrong with you people? We're trying to help you. This is the way you help me? Look at this place. Look at me. He looks around at the squalor of the room, then glimpses his own reflection in the machinery. Oh God, look at me. There are drugs that can help you, Gino. We can go slow. He looks at Coyote, looks at you. We'll go slow. He drops the gun and Paco quickly scoops it up. Coyote grabs him fiercely, slumps into her arms, and she rocks him. She rocks with him for a long time, her head buried in his shoulders. When she looks up, she locks eyes with you, the deepest gratitude reflecting on her face. We're done here. I'm done. I don't need to step foot in one of these places ever again. I'm glad we could help. Shannon's plan is the best lead you've got to find out more about the Ripper, but getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support in case the dreck hits the fan. The Seamstresses Union will have exactly what you need, a fixer. Finding this necessary middleman and deal broker is key to most plans involving Shadowrunners. A good fixer is worth the Nuyen. It's their job to have the contacts and know who's good at what. They'll put together the team you need: magical support, skilled street samurai for muscle, or a Novahat Decker for matrix work. Running the Shadows is a life and death gamble. It pays to hire the best Shadowrunners you can. So we're going to need to hire some. Next time. As always, thank you so very much for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye.